Hello guys, welcome back to another video. And today is a very familiar topic with a lot of you, I imagine. And today I want to talk about what it actually takes to achieve our goals and reach our dreams. If we asked a lot of people about this question, most of them would answer as hard work. But it's not as simple as that. Even if you're working as much as you can, as hard as you can, there is probably something that is holding you back from reaching your full potential or reaching your goals, something that is setting you back. And these are, of course, your bad habits. When you're trying to reach somewhere, a goal, destination, or anything, along with your hard work that you think you're doing, you must also eliminate your bad habits. Because even though maybe you're thinking that you're working hard enough, if you eliminate these bad habits, the performance of your work may increase by a great extent. It doesn't have to be that large of an increase as well, even if the increase is like around 10% of your normal working performance, that would still get you a lot more than you think for the next month or for the next year, even if you're only working 10% more. And of course, these bad habits can range from a lot of things. These can be a lot of things. But the first and the most important one, and especially the one that I'm struggling the most as well, is the usage of smartphones and social media. This is something that we are usually not really aware of because it's the use of these phones, the use of these social media is so captivating. It's filled with a lot of cheap dopamine that we don't even understand that we are overindulging in this activity. We get our phone, we usually lie to ourselves and say that I do this all the time as well. This is the worst habit that I'm trying to get out of my life, but it's the one that I'm most struggling with. Even if we say that it's only going to take like 5 minutes, I'm just going to scroll on Instagram for 5 minutes and check some stories about my friends. I just found myself like 1 hour and a half later, completely depleted, feeling like a piece of shit, and having been scrolled through reels, loads of shit, useless posts and videos. I tend to find myself in that situation a lot. And the reason, of course, for this is that the type of content that is being shown to us, that is being presented to us on social media right now, is very captivating and very dopaminergic content, like loads of images, loads of videos and everything, and sounds and music, and some other degenerate content like OnlyFans girls and other lustful photos of other women and stuff. These are really captivating, and these things really catch you in a trap, and you suddenly start to overindulge in these without even noticing. And I think the most important thing, the first bad habit that you should try to get rid of is basically your overall phone usage and overall use of social media. And I believe that all other bad habits that you're currently struggling with are also rooted from this usage of phones and social media excessively. For example, if you have a problem related to masturbation and watching content that you shouldn't watch on certain sites, I'm not going to mention their names, you're probably being provoked to actually indulge in these habits from the photos or the content that you see of some random OnlyFans girl on Instagram or social media, or maybe another content like this. And this leads you to your addiction. This is what is provoking you to actually repeat your addiction. So cutting out this phone usage and overindulging in social media is fixing your other addiction as well. So this is the root cause. So what would be my recommendations to actually reducing your screen time and your social media usage? So these can range from a lot of things, but first of all, you should change the content that you're consuming on social media. and you should do this immediately and with full understanding of how to do it. So first of all, when you go onto a For You page, or basically your home page, or whatever it is called on that app that you're like using the most, you should select the type of content that leads you to other addictions or just captivates you and causes you to overindulge in this excessive phone usage. You should identify those type of content, and basically in all social media platforms there is some section like you can select that you're not interested in those posts. For example, in Instagram For You page, you can just press that three dots on the top of the post, and you can just say that you're not interested. There is a menu that you can select, which basically identifies what types of posts that you don't want to see, and shows you those type of posts less and less in time. But you should do this very frequently, and in time the For You page and the algorithm will start to suggest you those posts less and less, so that you are not overindulging in these type of content as you used to be. So this is the first action that you can take. Deliberately go onto your social media and basically filter out or censor these type of posts, so that the algorithm does not suggest you these type of posts anymore. And then after that, there is another trick that I've learned from Hamza, which you can do, and it works really good as well. There is like a section on your phone where there is like a color filter. So basically you can change the color of your phone and all that stuff, like the icons and basically everything that you see on your home screen. And there's like a grayscale that you can open, and when you open that grayscale, everything on your phone turns into a color of gray and black, and it makes it much less attractive to actually open your phone and go into that social media and scroll through those things. So you can take this step as well. And the third step, which I want to emphasize, and it is also one of the most important ones, is something again I learned from Hamza as well. And this is that all these bad habits are basically related with your mental health. The reason that you're indulging in these bad habits is that you're lacking in your mental health. I can't exactly say why you're lacking in your mental health, but it could be a lot of reasons. So first of all, from my personal experience, I tend to find myself happier when I'm actually working towards a goal, when I'm actually working towards something that I can build upon on. For example, when I'm recording this video, I feel much happier than like sitting down and watching a film or watching a series or doing any other bad habit, or basically sitting down and doing nothing. When I'm working towards, for example, this YouTube channel, or my physique when I go to gym, or when I'm studying for my classes, or when I go out with my friends to actually build a better connection with them and also become a more social being, I feel better with myself. So that might be the thing that you're lacking, and most people, I believe, are actually lacking in this sense. They lack a purpose, they lack a mission that they can build upon on. And when you're working towards these things, and it doesn't have to be like a very large mission as well, even if it is a small improvement, as long as you're working for the betterment of yourself, you will feel better. And that's my, at least, observations about myself and the people around me. Every time we tend to like step away from our goals a little bit, like, let's chill this week, bro, let's not work as hard enough. And I tend to do this a lot after like very busy weeks where I have exams, I have work meetings, I am working on my goals, I have worked out like 6 times a week. And after all these busy weeks, after like a month of doing all these busy and good activities, I tend to like take a week off sometimes and just try to relax with myself. And I notice that I feel worse when I'm in these resting periods, because these missions and these works that we're doing are actually the ones that are making us happy about our lives, that make us feel competent. So that might be something that you can look up to. And some other tips, maybe socializing more, talking with other people more, because the more you isolate yourself from other people, is actually the more depressed you become. Because even if you have a problem, even if you're going through something bad, you you shouldn't let that to jump into other aspects of your life as well. Because one bad thing cannot ruin you if you do not let that happen. The one bad thing can only ruin you if you let that happen. For example, if you have failed a test, if you start becoming depressed and start to isolate yourself and start to indulge in other bad habits to make you feel like comfortable for only a short period of time, to actually feel worse after doing those activities, like maybe eating junk food or consuming like excessive content on social media, you're basically letting yourself go in a pitfall of bad things that will ruin you. However, if you only failed that test, but you did not do the other things that I mentioned, did not indulge in that bad habits, and actually started even improving yourself more, like maybe you can go to gym after that, after you've learned that you failed that test, or you can meet with your friends and talk about this situation. Maybe you can find solutions about this. Maybe you were studying wrong to that exam, or maybe you had another problem which led you to not study as hard as you could, and you can sort these things out really quickly. And rather than this slight downfall leading you to a pitfall, you can just do it like this and go straight up from that by learning the lesson and keeping on with your journey. So yeah, I think that's enough for this video. Like I said, the most important, the main bad habit that you should get rid of, in my opinion, is your overall usage of your phone and social media. And once you actually succeed doing that, I believe that reaching your goals and eliminating other bad habits will become easier, and you will elevate your life by a great extent. So thank you all for watching this video, and see you on the next one. Peace.